17 or 18 years ago, my family and I, we were flat broke. Now, when I say we were flat broke, I mean we didn't have any money in the bank. We would go and look at the statements, and there was no money. As a matter of fact, there was a little negative symbol next to what was supposed to be in the bank. And you know, I was in the Army full time. My wife was in school full time. We had 3 kids that were in church school, and really it was a rough situation. There were 7 of us. It was my wife, our 3 children, myself, and 2 of our nephews had come to visit for the summer. And to be perfectly honest, we were making it on just rice and beans. That's all we had. My wife actually took the kids one day to study at the school where she was at, and she had some studying and preparation to do. And so the kids were waiting in a reception area, and they were going to the snack machines looking for spare change, trying to get up enough where they could get a candy bar. Well, evidently an older woman saw that what they were doing, and she bought them all snacks. And then later, when she saw my wife, my understanding is that she actually tried to give my wife some money, like we were homeless or something. We were flat broke, and they got home that afternoon, and we came into the living room, and we just started talking about, okay, what are we going to do? We don't have any money. There's no money coming in to the end of the month. So we did what every family's done at some time or another. We went and looked underneath the couch cushions, and looked in the closet, in the ashtrays of the car, and under the seats of the car. We went all over the place, and when we were done, we had like $5. That's all the money that we had. Then my wife had this great idea, right? Because I'm the pastor. I became the pastor, but truly my wife is the one that led it this particular season. She said, we need to pray. So there in the living room, all 7 of us, we gathered around, and we held hands, and we just asked God for a miracle. Now, right then, what happened was the ceiling opened up, and $100 bills started. No, that's not what happened. What happened was, for the next day or 2, we were still struggling. But then one afternoon, the phone rang, and I was home from work, and she was home from school, and the phone rang, and I picked it up, and I said hello, and it was an individual that worked for an insurance company. They said, are you Mr. Dehm? And I said, I am. They said, is your wife Tracy Dehm? I said, she is. Well, we've been trying to get a hold of you for months. See, what had happened about 6 or 7 months earlier, we had been in this really bad car accident. We were all in the van, and this man hit us going like 65 miles an hour. Well, we had never filed any charges. We had never sought any repayment of anything. We just figured we had gotten everything that was coming our way. But here was a representative from the insurance company calling us. He says, we've been trying to get a hold of you for months. We owe you some money. I said, how much? And he told me the amount, and I couldn't believe it. I handed the phone to my wife. She got on the phone, and she couldn't believe it either. Making a long story really short, we went to the insurance company. They wrote us a check that day for thousands of dollars. Now, I'm not going to tell you that if you don't pray, God's not going to bless you. I'm not going to tell you that. But I am going to tell you that is when you praise God, when you pray to Him, and when you let Him know what the desires of your heart are, and when those desires are congruent and are right along with what His will for your life is, then God's going to bless you. God's going to bless you tremendously. It always works. So I encourage you today, spend some alone time with God. Open your heart up. Tell Him what your desires are. Make the adjustments that He tells you to make, and sit back and watch Him bless you.